Here's a list of the 15 most interesting facts about the history and evolution of rock climbing. One of these facts is false. Can you spot it? 1. Rock climbing dates back to ancient times, with evidence of climbing activities found in Asian and European civilizations as early as 200 BC. 2. The sport gained popularity in the 18th and 19th centuries when mountaineering became a fashionable activity for the European elite. 3. The first recorded ascent of a major peak occurred in 1786 when Michel Gabriel Paccard and Jacques Balmat climbed Mont Blanc in the French Alps. 4. The Yosemite decimal system, yards, a grading system used to rate the difficulty of climbs, was developed by the Sierra Club in 1933. 5. Artificial walls for indoor climbing were first built in the early 20th century to aid mountaineering training. 6. The use of metal pitons, which are metal spikes that climbers insert into cracks during ascents, was a major advancement in climbing gear in the mid-20th century. 7. In the 1950s, European climbers began experimenting with bouldering, a form of climbing without ropes or harnesses on shorter rock formations. 8. The first international climbing competition was held in Italy in 1985, marking a turning point for the sport's recognition and standardization. 9. In the late 1980s, advancements in climbing equipment allowed for the development of sport climbing, where climbers rely on pre-placed bolts for protection. 10. The first female to successfully climb Mount Everest, the highest peak in the world, was Junko Tabei from Japan in 1975. 11. Free solo climbing, which involves climbing without ropes or protective equipment, gained significant attention with Alex Honnold's ascent of El Capitan's freerider route in Yosemite in 2017. 12. The International Federation of Sport Climbing, IFSC, was established in 2007 to govern competition climbing worldwide. 13. Rock climbing made its debut as an Olympic sport at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, showcasing lead climbing, speed climbing, and bouldering disciplines. 14. The hardest rock climb to date, known as Silence, is a route in Norway graded with a difficulty level of 9C according to the yards. 15. The popularity of indoor climbing has exploded in recent years, with dedicated climbing gyms opening up all around the world. Can you identify the false fact without revealing which one it is? Now, let's finish with a joke about the history and evolution of rock climbing. Why did the rock climber bring a ladder to the crag? Because he heard it was a steep hill to climb for rock climbers. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. The fake fact from the previous list was the one about rock climbers using special gloves made from cheese. While it may sound amusing, it's entirely fictional. Rock climbers rely on durable and specialized gear, including shoes, harnesses, ropes, and carabiners, but cheese gloves haven't made it into their arsenal. Yet. But fear not, because I have 5 more fascinating bonus facts about the history and evolution of rock climbing. Get ready to be blown away. 1. The first recorded ascent of the iconic mountain, Matterhorn in the Alps, took place in 1865 and marked a major milestone in the history of rock climbing. 2. The sport gained popularity in the late 19th century in Europe, eventually reaching the United States in the early 20th century. 3. Aid climbing, which involves using additional gear to ascend challenging sections, became popular in the 1920s. 4. The advent of modern equipment, such as better ropes and harnesses, in the mid-20th century greatly improved safety and accessibility for climbers. 5. The 1980s saw the rise of sport climbing, where climbers ascend pre-bolted routes, providing a new dimension to the sport. But wait, there's one last bonus fact for you, delivered in my best, paranoid squirrel, accent. Did you know, mate, that squirrels been watching rock climbers since the dawn of time? They've got their tiny eyes on climbers, always ready to snatch away their nuts and bolts for their secret stash. Keep an eye out for those sneaky squirrels, they might just steal your gear. And that's a wrap, my fellow adventurers.